המנצחים בעונה 4, חוויית נסיעה מטורפת ברכב מרוץ פרוטוטייפ במסלול ערד.
Howdy, 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 everybody, and welcome to the iRacing Israel League mid-season spectacular here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, presented by SimRace. I'm Austin Knight. I'm joined by Dane Bayard with Marco Barbonera in the production booth, and you're here watching Apex Racing TV. Dane, this isn't a road course. What's happening?
I'm not sure. We've never done an oval race in the iRacing Israel League. No points scored today, which is a good thing, because otherwise I might be scoring points. Accidentally registered as a driver instead of a spectator, so get that out the way very quickly.
Which I will be holding over your head for this entire time.
But yeah, it's all for a bit of fun in the middle of the season. Obviously the break as the iRacing swaps over from Season 1 to Season 2 in 2021. And all the updates coming out, so they just wanted to have a bit of a break. They're having a 2 or 3 week break, I believe, and right in the middle of it, yeah, we're going for some oval racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. As you can see, there's a start-finish line, it goes left, then it goes straight for a bit, then it goes left again, and then you repeat. And we're going to repeat that 75 times, because it's a 75
as the American in the room, I want to punch you in the face right now. Yeah, and it also being a special event, I'm out of the stewarding room, and well, you going to go into good old America? I'm hopping into the comment box.
Well, we've got qualifying has just started, as you can see in the top left corner of the screen. There's 5 minutes. Everyone's going to be on their own, and they get 2 laps to set their qualifying time. Now, it's important to note here that the iRacing Israel League are mostly drivers that are fairly new to iRacing. Quite a lot of them got in to iRacing because of this league, and as a result they've done a lot of road racing over the last year or so, but not a lot of oval racing. A lot of the drivers are rookies, a lot of them are D-class, and the rest are C-class, with only one A-licensed driver. And
who also happens to drive in real life.
Yeah, he does. Alan Day. Alan Day is 5,000 iRating in ovals, and yeah, well, that's not really surprising. He races NASCAR in real life, in Euro NASCAR Whelen Series, and he's done a couple of Xfinity Truck and Cup Series races over in the States as well. So you'd expect him to have quite a lot of iRating on ovals in the sim, but qualifying, it's a very short lap here, 36.6 is the fastest time so far, and yeah, the second lap should be coming through pretty quickly, and we'll be able to get going for the race.
Yeah, currently fast time 36.640, set by Yaroslav Malkov, as we are looking at the number 5 of Alon Zelster. And, you know, Charlotte, very, very competitive track. It's a very unique track. It's got that quad oval design, 1.5 miles. Some would say it'd be the basis for all the cookie cutter tracks here in NASCAR, because it was the first. It is. It was the first 1.5 miles to be copied by all the NASCAR tracks in here. So that's why most of the tracks in America modernized look pretty much the same. It's also the base for Texas Motor Speedway. This is better, because it doesn't change the banking. But turn 1, massive banking, and 1, 2, 3, 4, same banking. First lap here is going to be very critical, because the outer line has a lot of pace on that outside line, and they can get a great run on that back straight. But early in the race, you want to stay on that low line. But tire management also going to be very, very important.
Yeah, there definitely is. Tire wear will be quite high after 75 laps, you'd imagine. But they're not going to have to run out of. They're not going to be running out of fuel And
no,
that's
the
because
street stock has a
fuel
massive fuel tank that it's like 100 gallons or something.
It's a very, very, very large fuel tank that fits into not a very large car. But we'll see how that ends up, because drivers won't need to be making pit stops for fuel. They probably might have to make pit stops for tyres, and if they get cautions during the race, which we are expecting cautions during the race. Those are going to be controlled automatically by iRacing, by the way.
Not me.
But, not you, which is a good thing. Otherwise, you probably have a caution every other lap.
I'm not that strict on rules when it comes to oval racing and throwing cautions. I also know that you're having a little bit of trouble with looking at this qualifying lap, so you know, that's what you get when you sign up for as a driver, buddy. Oh, and into the wall goes Tushevsky. And oh, big spin coming out of one. Big save though. That 13 looking all whoop. He's got it. What a save. Currently sitting in 7th place after his fast lap. But he's just getting some more laps under his belt. As into the pits they go. And surprisingly, Alan Day not taking qualifying, so you know, if we want some action shots of some close racing, Alan's going to be giving us that. And let's go to our in-car reporter of Dane Baird. Dane, how's this qualifying session looking?
It's not looking like anything on my screen, but that's about to change, because we're about to head into the race, and there I am. Oh, but we're about to get ready in race report. Our producer Marco Balbonero having some fun there, but here's the grid.
I'll let you take this as you have more experience.
And you can see all the drivers separated by only about 1/10 of a second.
Yeah, Charlotte very close in racing. Pretty much flat out. Hold that bottom line as much as you can as soon as you can. And I think Marco's Discord's oh, Marco's been kicked out.
Well, oh, he's back. Okay, let's go through the grid again.
13th, it is Yadala Ben Youssef. No.
Oh, we're going to go from the beginning because Marco got kicked out. John Chico is on pole position with Amimeshlam in 2nd, Reemgross in 3rd, Oren Sade in 4th, then Nikop Mazrahi, Yaroslav Malkov, Ruben Chachashvili, Rancioni, Aidan Scher, Yossi Gabay, Ariel Debush, and Alon Zeltzer rounding out the top 12. Then it's Yehuda Ben Yosef, Michael Wasserman, Saad Jekyll, Michael Simon, David Diag, Dor Malka, Amit Leon. Then Eric Alster, Alon Day in 21st, Dorian Tabashnik in 22nd, me in 23rd, although me is not going to take to the grid, and Yakov Shimol in the number 4 car in 24th, which will be 23rd very, very soon. But Alan Day not taking qualifying. He's going to be starting from the back. That should be interesting to watch.
I actually don't believe Alan Day is in the session. He hasn't spawned in, so he's going to be in the pit lane like where you are right now.
Maybe he'll start from the pits.
Well, if he's in the session, he might not be in the session, so we might have a 21-car grid going at it right now, which is, you know...
He got a throughput.
Oh,
he got a throughput just before the start of qualifying potentially.
Just
but
like
he
Marco.
is back in the session, so he should. He's in
he'll be
the you can see.
lane.
There we go.
He drives NASCAR in real life. He'll be fine.
It should be interesting.
Yeah.
Fastest overall driver supposedly on the grid. He'll be starting from the pits.
21 degrees Celsius. I don't know why we're using that here because this is America, but
America.
so I'm the only one left in the dark, and this makes sense to everybody else.
21 degrees is about 3 degrees above the minimum temperature in iRacing, so it's pretty cold. It is actually getting pretty late. It's just about to become 8 o'clock in the evening in sim time. You can see the sun setting already, so we might end up under lights if this race takes a while.
Pace cars in. Let's go. Green, green, green here in Charlotte for the iRacing Israel mid-season race here. And Apex Racing TV. John Chico takes a great start side by side. Immediately behind him is Rim Gross and Amir side by side for second place with that 137 of Orion Sade right behind them in third place as everyone's going side by side and spreading out just a little bit, trying to get their bearings right now. And here comes Alan Day.
Yep, here he comes out of the pit lane. He's starting right near the back. He is around about...
Oh, that 84 is loose.
That's already a lap that finished. After 40 seconds, we're on to lap number 2.
Oh, big hit by the 19! And the Sony gets into him, gets him going at the right pace now, and that 19 very hard up into the wall for third place. That was, oh, that was Amir. That was a 9 of Amir Museum. Took a big hit on the exit of turn 2. Looks like he was just driven off the track by Sede in third place.
The thing about this is that on fresh tires and on your own, it's flat, this track, completely flat out. But when you're side by side with someone, definitely becomes not flat out. You've got to lift, you've got to be a bit more careful. I think some of the drivers haven't been doing any side by side running, they might not know that. So, as the 14 cuts back down on the track.
Very, very tight in here, flat out onto the bottom. Rim Gross down low, holding that blue line, that 14 up into the lead just by a car length with that 12 of Chico on that outside. Chico's going to be having a good run, but this quad oval is so good for the car onto the insides. They're side by side, but look at that 12 round the outside, trying to carry that momentum back into the lead, but now he's going to be dealing with Chico on the bottom, side by side racing for the lead here at Charlotte. Amazing racing going on right now. And now watch that 12 get the momentum off that high bank, using gravity to his advantage, just halfway above there. But side drafting will be in play just a little bit in these cars as they are more aerodynamic than the Cup cars right now. Yes, that was a dig.
Ooh, Oren Sade trying to get involved in this one as well. He's got near cop just behind him, but he'll be watching patiently, hoping that the two drivers in front of him don't get into each other, because he'll probably get involved in that.
Well, Sade's already involved in it. It's a three-way fight for the lead, and now Sade's got a good one, but bump drafted on the back straight.
Giving 14 an almighty shove.
And now we got a big old pack up here in the front. Street stocks at Charlotte is pretty much Cup cars at Daytona, but with a lot more chaos and PTSD for rookie oval racers.
Oh, I think we're going to go 3 wide for a second.
Oh, they are
close. Almost getting in the back of Oren Sade, who's now dropping.
Oh, the Excite 8 is around!
Really?
Big crash on the back straight, coming back on, and caution is out. You know what, Ben Yusuf, looks like he got tagged from the back, got loose in turn 2, and went up to the wall. So we're getting a big replay right now. He's already loose right here. You can see him just trying to go on that outside the back end. It looks like the 5. Oh, he got tapped by the 5.
Yeah, I think he got loose all by himself first, though. Almost came back out on the track. Back
Zelster got a great run on him, and, you know, completely wrong placement, and, you know, very
was that the cause of the caution?
Yeah, that was the cause of the caution when he came back onto track. When he crossed back over that blue line, he came back onto the racing surface, and if you're under a certain speed and you come back onto the racing surface, just barely, that will bring out the caution unless manual cautions are turned on. Then whatever the race admin would say in the race debrief, that's what they will go by. But since this is iRacing, if you cross over that blue line after being spun out and you're below a certain speed, caution will be out. And caution's out.
And that's allowed Alon Day to catch up to the back of the field.
Yeah,
he's gonna be doing that now.
First car is heading into the pit lane as Michael Simon. You go into pit lane as many times as you want to get tires. Don't need to worry about fuel. That's just whatever's used right now. And unlimited fast repairs. So if you nick the wall, if you scrape somebody, if you just hate that one little speck, you can go in there. It will cost you track position, but you will not be hurting your car's performance at all. You'll be helping out your car's performance. Drafting in this car, very important here. And yeah, as we saw, even with a small lead, these cars just punch a hole through the air, and you can just see they're pretty much bricks on wheels.
Is that just me, or does the 27 car have a bit of damage? That's Amin Meshlam. He has the lucky dog. And what that means is when the caution comes out, the driver who is a lap down, the first of the drivers who is a lap down, they get to go around. So similar to Formula 1 where all the lap drivers get to go around. In NASCAR, it's just the first one.
Yes, he does have damage. The front right is really caked in. Yeah, we saw him smack into the wall. Got driven up the track and smacked into the wall earlier.
He did pit straight away though. He went straight into the pits, which is why he was a lap down.
He might have got into another incident again.
Interesting. But he'll be back on to the lead lap, it seems.
Yeah, they're just allowed one lap. Just one lap. You aren't. He was 2 laps down when the caution came out.
Okay. Tabashnik into the pits.
Yeah, Dorian heading to the pit lane. That 13 looking all right. Here's a replay why we are under caution. And he just gets an almighty shove. To be fair, he saved it. But this J turn right here, crossed over the blue line, caution comes out. And as the bottom line is pretty much the racing line here in street stocks, that's not the place you want to be. Some drivers will use that top line to get some momentum later on and try to get some passing done. But in street stocks, it's just you hold that bottom line like it's religion.
It definitely is. And John Chico trying to bump draft the pace truck. If I didn't know any better, Marco never set up this session.
Nah, he's just clearing off the grill. He's probably got some debris up there. Pulling a little Tony Stewart.
I think he wants to get going, but you can see the lights are still flashing on the pace truck, which means we still got another lap before we can go back to...
Lights should be out next lap.
Yes, it should.
And he's already signaling that he wants that outside line. So in some leagues you can say which line you're going to be starting from. I'm not sure that's set here, but I know in IndyCar you aren't allowed to pass as it's a single file, but in NASCAR you are allowed to choose which lane you are. And as long as you don't pass on the inside of somebody, you're fine before the green flag. As he's now going back to the inside line. Lights are on the pace car. 1 lap under caution to go before we go back to green flag racing here at Charlotte. There's the number 9 of Amir in that Monster Energy street stock. And you know, the street stocks, I always want to call these just like with some manufacturers. Some people like to put some fake manufacturer logos on there. What do these cars look to you? Like, what car manufacturer would you call these?
I don't know. It looks a bit like a Dodge.
I see a Pontiac back there. The 81.
There as well.
The 81. He's put a Pontiac 84. Sticker. 84. He's got a Pontiac badge on the front of his car. So I like that. I like that style. I drive a Toyota street stock.
I think I drive a Chevrolet street stock with a Ben & Jerry's livery on it, and it's brilliant.
Oh, yeah, Ben & Jerry. You're making me hungry, man. Well, pace car is speeding up. Everyone's packing up, racking and stacking. Everybody, let's get onto your feet. Pace car's in, and it's go, go, go! Here, back to green flag racing in Charlotte.
He's got a good old run over the line. You can see 14 very, very close behind. They're single file for the first couple of positions, but it looks like Malkov and Chash is really a double file. Chash is really trying to go all the way around the outside, but now he's cutting back in, and it's single file throughout the entirety of the top 10, it seems.
Yeah, top 10, everyone just staying in that drive, trying to catch up with our lead pack, and then we're going to see that two-wide action. But, you know, if you stay single file, you're going to be a very fast train missile. And as we ride on board of Alan Day behind the 20 of Michael Simon, and let me tell you, he wants to go fast, and he's driving that Talladega Nights Ricky Bobby ME machine. It should be number 51, but you know they have custom numbers off. So that number 20 looking awesome. Great paint scheme, by the way. I've seen that thing run real life too. It's just beautiful to see that thing. And now immediately Gross looking onto the outside, and that's going to be the wrong move right there. That's going to open up that draft pocket a little bit more for Yaroslav Malkov to hop in there. Now we're back to 2x2 racing. You know, top 4, 2x2, and it looks like the 22. He also has a little bit of damage on that front nose. Might have got into the back of the 19. He gave the 19 a bump draft, right, earlier?
I think so, and it looks like he might be doing
my goodness! The 12 up and over John Chico. Oh! Gets absolutely annihilated. Stuck in the middle of the track, and Chico got turned, flips, served upside raw, and baked medium rare right there. Oh my goodness. So it looks like he got a little bit loose coming out of this corner and into the 14th. Yep, got hooked, and well, pretty much. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Carried on just a little bit, let it sizzle 5. Thought he said, bam! 5 flips and a lot of spins, and thank goodness for fast pairs. Let's ride on board. Ladies and gentlemen, you might want to hold on to your seat. You might be in for a wild ride. Oh my goodness. So once they made contact, he was already loose and understeering through that corner. Once they made contact, he just couldn't get corrected because, oh, that hurts the most when you see it coming too.
Yeah, you could see he was facing backwards for a brief moment there. He knew it was coming. That's the moment when I let go of the wheel because I know I'm about to get a massive shock to the wrists.
Oh.
But, hard into the wall, and
hopefully he's not a direct drive. Hopefully he's not a direct drive user, because that will hurt.
It actually looked quite a bit like Newman's crash at Daytona last year.
Oh, don't remind me of that crash. Seriously, don't.
Flipped over.
Yeah, almost. Wait, did he land on the 14?
I think I think he did. Upside down.
Mark, can we get a smash replay of the onboard the 14? The 14? Here we go. Boom. He does land on him. Wow.
Oh, I feel so bad. I think it was the 6th of Michael Wasserman.
Yeah, Wasserman was just driving his own race, and you know, car came straight into her. But you know, the new damage impact model of iRacing really helped cars in innocent bystandings when a car just comes into their way. So it doesn't look like he got any damage from this. It looked like he might have escaped right there, and bam! Yep, iRacing gave him the "you're lucky, boy," which never happens to me, by the way. Whenever I race, it always.
Well, no, because usually, Austin, when you get involved in a wreck, it's your fault.
No. 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 Not true. No. 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 Never my fault. Nuh-uh.
Alright, I believe you. I don't think the viewers will, though.
Now I'm the racing steward. I can tell them what's right.
Meshalam back into the pits. Dorian Tavashnik in there as well. Marco Barbanera sending us a GIF. What's not to love?
Well, you know, we're sitting up here in the commentary box. You're sitting here in the pit lane because you signed up for the race.
I am the pit lane reporter. That's exactly what I am. Which is a shame because I missed all the live action. I should have placed myself on the backstretch. That's where everything's been happening.
Yeah. Well, hey, you got that giant screen, the giant
Jumbotron.
HD TV screen, NASCAR TV. I'm not sure what they call it here in Charlotte. I know the one in Texas is the largest one in the world. It's called Big Hoss. Not after Gene Haas. No, but that's actually the name, and largest screen in the world. And you know, there's been some funny things played on there. I know somebody played a game of Fortnite on there. I'm not sure why, but you know, YouTube videos are YouTube videos. I really want to see somebody play iRacing on there, and I really want to see their FOV.
Oh, imagine the field of view of that. Pace truck should be coming in next time by, you'd imagine.
Yes,
We'll
the
see
light
when
should
the
be
lights
going
come
out.
out.
Yeah, the lights are on the track, so well, you can take off the sunglasses now because the lights are on off the pace truck, but on the stadium lights here at Charlotte. And let me tell you, we got a night race on our hands. And as Marco remembered, it's nighttime. And I can just hear Marco sighing. Big sigh.
Marco Barbanera Courtney Fast Knight to be sacked for that comment.
Hey, you said you needed somebody who has experience with oval racing, so you got the most American guy you can find.
I think that Alon Day has had to start reminding drivers in the driver chat not to leave the pits when the light is red.
Yeah, when you do that, you will.
Rookie drivers do a lot, and there's a harsh penalty for that.
Yeah, pit lane to be closed, and I feel like I don't know the command for black flags clear. Oh, I wish I knew this. I'm sorry. Pace car's in. Let's go. Back to green flag racing. It's a great jump by Malkoff in the lead. Tassani gets a good run. Tassani up into second place as Lukashvili is slow on the outside line. And look at the one card of DeBush heading down low. We're looking at Alan Day just staying down low, and he's got Wasserman on his outside. Day to stay in the draft of McCullough in 11th place, who is sitting behind the 11th. David Diag has right out a big moment right there for the watermelon.
The watermelon car of David Diag, I think. Is it David Diag?
He is David Diag. And oh, into the wall goes the 8 once more. It's the second time. Second time Youssef has visited the wall. Now, oval racing, you kind of have to be a little bit rhythmic on the throttle sometimes to keep the back end in check. I know some drivers, they do drag the brake. They just set their brakes extremely sensitive, and to keep that back end down, they do drag that brake just a little bit to keep it off the back end of somebody, but B, keep those revs up, keep that engine power going, and just keep that rear end in check, and it also saves your tires. Especially in short track racing, but you ain't gonna be pressing the brake here. Is this all lit? We got a spin. Compass in the wall. Big incident.
It's the big
Watermelon through the air. Another hit by Wasserman. 5 cars involved.
A lot more than 5 cars.
Backing
on the back straight as well.
Oh no!
Roof. There's almost even more contact. I think there were 2 incidents there. There were people trying to avoid the wreck in turn 4 that ended up wrecking themselves out of turn 4 on the back straight. That is a blown engine for the 18th.
Got a smoking it up right now. But don't worry, they got fast pairs, so it's not the end of the race. Yellow is back on. And I believe when drivers are slowing up for that yellow, it brought up another caution. Let's see what's happening to Gavin, because I believe they're involved that second instant. You can see just in front of them, cars getting involved. They go up the track, then come back down, and now it's just a constant. And he was involved in the first one. As
I'd love to get an onboard from the number 20 car.
Yeah, 20 was involved in the second incident.
What happened to Michael Simon? Poor Michael Simon, he always seems to end up on his roof in some way or another in these races.
Yeah, that was a forced pit, and so you get to see he's trying to pick out his line. He kind of want to go high because all the cars drip down low eventually, but immediately after an incident, car just jumps up high after being turned by another one. He gets turned onto his roof, and now he becomes a spark machine and well, trying to get back on, but unfortunately nobody was a good Samaritan to help put him back onto all four wheels. So he's going to tow back to the pits, get that fast pair, and we might see him get back out on track, hopefully when this pace car comes back in, because that's about 40 seconds of faster, 40 seconds of tow there. As here is Gabby once again. That first incident was the 174, the 84, and oh my goodness. Cobb just got absolutely killed right there. I believe Marco is looking for 42. Yeah, it's a custom number. The watermelon car is gosh, I'm trying to figure out the name. David Diag.
Yes. David Diag.
Yes, most oval drivers love using custom numbers, so they will have that over there. Let's just get a slow motion shot right here into the 147, barrel rolling through the sky. As Murray Walker would say, oh my goodness, this is fantastic! And the beauty of iRacing, fast pair done, and he's back out on track. And I believe Diag will be our lucky dog, but I am not sure, as this is the very late time for lucky dog to be called. We'll be seeing that, but he is the first one. One lap down. Yeah, no lucky dog, as he's involved in the wreck. Thanks, Marco. You know more oval racing than I do, but then again, I do more IndyCar racing than NASCAR. Nobody bring up the fact that I also commentate a full-time NASCAR league on Thursday nights. Nobody bring that up. They usually don't do lucky dogs there, so that's also why.
More excuses. That's all I'm hearing here, Austin.
Hey, at least I'm not.
Michael Simon's back out. That's great to see. Has he got a Mercedes-Benz on the front of his car? That's just what my initial impression was.
He's got a Puma, I can tell you that. It's a Ford.
It's a Ford.
Yeah, it's a Ford.
So I was totally wrong. It wasn't even close to Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're imagining a giant AMG logo right there, or that was one misshapen Mercedes logo, but that's not a circle, Dade.
I didn't see the logo. I just saw the grille and the lights, and it sort of looked a little bit like a Mercedes.
I don't know a single Mercedes that has a grille like that. Now, this is a Ford Taurus. Those old cars are famous for their oblong, oval, catfish-like. They look like the they look like the Alpine's airbox cover.
That is a very weird looking. Marco Barbanero has the diecast of a Ford Taurus.
Of course, it's the Viagra. Most famous Ford Taurus out there. But yeah, the grill kind of looks like the Alpine engine cover, just massive.
Yeah, the Alpine engine cover is very, very large.
I've started calling that.
I don't understand.
It looks like the mountain.
That's deserved. That's deserved, I think. It's very odd. All the other cars have got quite narrow inlets there, but not Alpine. They've got a massive wide one, but double file. So lights are off on the pace track as well. We'll be getting back to green in 2 corners time.
Yeah, the one thing Alpine won't be worried about is cooling.
Wouldn't that be ironic if they had an overheating problem? Here we go. Just about to round the final corner. The Toyota restart zone will be up in front of them in no time at all, and then we'll be back under green.
Pace truck is off. Malkov has control of the field and it's back to green, green, green. Great restart by the 22. He read that perfectly. Dasani not going to be losing his spot, but he's got his inside already covered by Chachivili. So really needs to get onto that inside line, but it's just covered down low. So he's listening to his iRacing spotter. But Dasani's got a great run. Ooh, this is going to be a tight racing. He might be able to work with Malkov if Malkov gives him a little bit of that draft on the outside line, but caution, back out.
Marco is frantically trying to find where it is.
Wasserman and Leon into it again. Caution, back out.
How many laps of green flag racing have we had? Not many.
We had a pretty good run at the start, but this one is just
a straight
massive.
It's a big hit.
That
is a huge hit.
As Ronnie Sandstorm would say, caution breeds caution babies.
Yep, that sounds like my Xfinity Phoenix race on the weekend. 9 cautions we had.
Oh, and Rasmus just innocent bystander.
Yep. Huge hit into the wall there. That's why you say to yourself, I'm very lucky this is iRacing and not a real street stock, because that would be a painful one.
Yes, it would. And have you ever been in a racing car crash?
I've been in a karting crash at 70 miles an hour. I think that counts. I whiplashed for a week.
Oh,
I spun it on a bit of the damp track and then slammed into the barriers backwards.
Yeah, I've had my brakes go out in a cart before. Drove it straight into a fence. Not fun.
You had the USF 2000 crash as well.
Don't remind. I'm getting there. That's the last one in the stages. I'm getting there. I spun out of McLaren. That was alright.
That's a McLaren. Was that a Cota?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a GT4, surprisingly. The one that just came out on iRacing, so guess who got PTSD from driving that thing. Multiple Baja flips, so I've landed on my roof a few times.
Who's that that's just gone around? Is that David
Diag?
Diag?
That was Diag.
Oh, the number 10 reversing? Was that the number 10 reversing? Sardek,
Yeah,
did he miss his pit box?
He did miss the pit.
He's missed again?
He's wrong. He's in the wrong pit box. I think he's trying to.
No.
I think he was trying to get into the pit box, but he went too far forward, and I think he just mischecked a issue, and he was trying to re-enter the pit box again. Hopefully, he doesn't get black flag for reversing in the pit lane. Don't think he will be, as he didn't go farther than his pit box, so he should be fine. But yeah. Can we go back to Diag, because this is a conversation and an argument I have with my dad. He's got the watermelon grape Fanta on his hood. Now, my dad says it's Fanta. I say it's Fanta. What is it?
It's Fanta.
I'm gonna hurt you. Because I always knew it was Fanta. Even in the ads, they say Fanta.
Well, I wouldn't know. I don't watch American adverts, so...
This was an international ad.
Well...
There's also KFC on the other side.
That is a very messy livery.
I love this livery.
It's brilliant.
Great Fanta,
yeah.
KFC, watermelons. This is America.
Half an hour in this race already. we're not close to half distance. We're only just past the third distance. So if they don't get some good green flag running in, we might end up ending this race based on time. Which
I've
I
only
didn't see
had
coming.
2 oval races end on time for me. One was the Indianapolis 500 race where it was just caution fest and eye pacing. That was,
High pacing.
you
That's
know, it
pretty.
was all right. You know, I finished all the podiums, so I was all right.
Don't complain then.
Yeah. I will complain about the teammate who crashed on purpose to allow his other teammate to win the race.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be seeing any of that today.
No, I don't believe any of these drivers are on the same team.
Well, they were all on the same team because I think iRacing Israel, they have a Discord server that I was in for a while. They do all sorts of racing together. It's brilliant to see. A really great community they've managed to build based around this league.
I believe the second place driver just DC'd out of there, and Dasani might now be in second place. And speaking of American liveries, want to talk about DeBush's livery?
The #1 car, that's a brilliant livery.
Yeah.
You'd love to
It's
see it.
Michael Trump. To avoid getting, I believe, canceled by everybody right now. So thank you for using the Michael Trump livery, not the D Trump livery, because apparently just any mention of that gets you banned on YouTube. So thank you.
We'll see. We will see. Well, Malkov's about to get into the Toyota restart zone again. They haven't been paying attention to the restart zone, which is very frustrating.
It's not a thing in iRacing. We don't
I know,
mention the
but
restart
it's
zone.
on the track. You might as well use it.
I know, but I don't have my... Oh, what a restart by the... Oh, it looks like he jumped that so hard, but no, as I go through the Geico restart zone, I lose my voice.
It's the Toyota restart zone and Charlotte in this scan, so that's what I'm going to call it. Malkov with a good start. The side-by-side behind, Chad is really... with Sione trying to go around the outside of him. I think they even made a bit of contact or door bagging.
Yeah, they were rubbing. They were getting into the rubbins racing aspect, and here comes the Bush. Right there, 4-way fight for the lead. Massive rub by the Bush. Ooh, very loose end.
Oh, he's very loose.
Yeah, he's got to tighten her up and stay in there. Maybe use some of that brake, lift off the throttle just a little bit, allow the car to rotate under you, and just
on the AstroTurf?
Nah, you don't really want to go down there. On the AstroTurf is all right. I know Kyle Petty, when he was driving here, teaching Richard Hammond how to drive. He said you always want to clip the grass. Oh my goodness, the Bush! Woo! He's going below the blue line, onto the inside up to Sony. Sony's getting a little bit touch right there, and now Sony is in a rock and a hard place between.
On the apron,
Jack
it's gonna send him up the track. This is seriously intense stuff. Alan Day up into 6th somehow. He's just crept up there without us noticing him, with all the wrecks that have been going on. Did the 5 just hit the wall?
I think the 5 just smacked the wall. We got a car coming out of the pits right now below that blue line. You might want to watch that track re-entry. Don't do it right now. Here comes the field. And Alan Day, 3 wide on the back stretch.
They were just 4, maybe even 5 wide, including the car on the bottom. The 1 is all sorts of loose there with Alan Day at the top side.
Chico is saying, I am out of this.
They're side by side.
Caution is out. Dickel
Where?
is
Ooh.
around. And the quad oval coming out of 4. And that was just a little bit of a tap to the 147. 147 getting a little bit loose. And
Had the air taken out, and then the air was taken out from underneath the 147, and then the just completely spins it around, and the 10, an innocent bystander in that one.
yeah, he's kind of the cause of it.
But the 17, oh, that was close. Oh, that was very close.
Watch Alan Day in that Monster Energy car. Just watch what he does right here. Out they got a great run, and this view from the TV camera is amazing. Coming out 3 wide, 4 wide, big run.
I think you have to end up backing out a bit eventually because the 12.
No, he stayed in there. He stayed in there.
Massive bump, a huge shunt into the back of the 1, giving him a huge
there's
push.
the bit.
There was a bit of contact.
Yeah, there's a little bit bump right there. Then the caution came out right here. And
yeah, you can see now, starting to slow down. Oh, the 8 into the wall. We need to get a counter up on the screen of how many times the 8's ended up in the wall.
It's at 3. So the 12th just backed out of there. I think he was just not wanting to avoid the big one. As Ben Youssef, as well, caution came out. Oh, spanked the wall right there.
Oh, the 7 just about avoided it. 7's got a bit of damage as well, of course. Iron shirt.
In that Cobra Kai car. Great series. Oh, that is a very risky mount to that quad almost. That is big spank right there, and you know, you're trying to break it 3 wide in the yellow, and everyone's just trying to slow down the car as much as they can, and well, thankfully fast spare comes into play, so Eden is all right. I know some drivers in text chat in oval racing is, ow, he got a lot of damage from there. Trying to slow down for the pit speed. And thankfully these cars do have pit speed limiter enabled on by iRacing, not built into the car, but, you know, so they avoid speeding in the pit lane, which is, if you think exiting closed pits is a bad penalty, speeding in the pit lane is a worse penalty, because they have to go into pit lane again.
I had that once in a league race on one of the old Codemasters F1 games. Ooh. And I sped into the pit lane, I got a drive-through penalty, and then I sped into the pit lane to serve my drive-through penalty. Safe to say that was not a very happy moment for me.
Guess what? I've done the same thing.
That's not a great moment. What has happened to the 13? I'm assuming that's who we're looking at. Dorian Tabashnik?
EOL. He got it. I believe he got an EOL, or you know, something happened in real life, so he's just letting everybody by him. But probably got a end of line penalty. Requested an end of line penalty. As well, underneath the lights here at Charlotte, good old American Night Racing, and it feels like one of those good old short track nights we used to have down here in Texas. We would have just a bunch of heat racing, and a bunch of people show up in modified cars and just have a good old race, and that's what this race pretty much is. 20 guys showing up, and you know, everyone having a good time without the helmets being thrown at each other or the fires.
Are the lights on the pace truck out yet?
Yes, they are.
Well, are they?
Yes, they are.
Oh, for whatever reason, Malkov is not taken to the outside line. And everyone is a bit confused about that. There we go. I think everyone got a bit confused about that because the SIB was telling them one thing and their eyes were telling them another.
Yeah, they'll do that sometimes. Those are called optical illusions.
I tell you what though, if you think this is a wreckfest, just wait until the next round of the iRacing Israel League in 2 weeks' time. We go to Long Beach in the F3 cars. There is a pit stop involved in that one as well. That's going to be interesting.
I don't know if you heard that sigh, but my my race steward sense is tingling.
Well, you can have fun with that.
I think Marco just offered me a joke. Oh my goodness, Marco. No.
Yeah, Marco hasn't had the best of time with stewarding over the last few days.
At least I haven't had to throw in any safety cars. As
you can see the cameras flashing in the crowd.
Everyone taking photos at this site. Green, green, green. And what a restart on the 17 of Jessevilli back into second place, and he got Malkoff to sleeping right there. And there's 3 wide off the restart. I'm not sure who that was going through wide on the outside through the quad hole, but that was a meter.
I'd just take another look at Alon Day's car because I think he might have a recreation of his Euro NASCAR car on his street stock, and he's being told by Marco he does, and that's pretty cool. The car that he used last season
to that is a nice line. He's got a great run down the inside of the bush up into 4th place. Here comes Day. He's right into the draft of Malkoff into 17th.
Oh, 17th.
Saskavilli very loose down low. Saskavilli trying to hold up bottom line. Stay in the draft. It's Sonny. And here it comes. Are we going to be seeing a bump draft? Yes, we are. You don't want to be bump drafted into a turn here, as these cars can get extremely loose. Look at this!
Look how close they were there.
It's amazing racing. Malkoff just stuck on that outside line, trying to just stay as close to the 22 as possible, not give Chaskavilli any advantage. And he's got a little bit of a pack right behind him as well. And this is what these cars are great at, draft racing. And they aren't planted to the ground. They wiggle, they move, they shift around. It teaches you how to handle a car that kind of wants to kill you. And these are great cars to learn race cars. The one at the bush, very loose on the outside.
I don't know how he saved that. Oh, I think he's had a bit of a scrape with the wall as well. He got so loose out of the corner where the track drops away from you here at Charlotte.
The bush!
17, he's all over the AstroTurf there. Very loose on the outside though, I think when the track...
Oh, the bush gets into the 19! The 17 of Chaskavilli goes around, 17 shooting at the track, caution is out!
Huge impact, have they all avoided it? No, there's something else has happened in the background.
I believe Cop was involved in an incident as well, with, Gabe. Because
this is a view on board Alon Day.
Chaskavilli just gets tapped right in front of him, and Day got onto the brakes. He saw what was happening, and then right behind him, you get to see the carnage. And the 84 was spinning through the air.
Yeah. What happened to the 84?
I believe he might have got hit by Chaskavilli right here. Comes up the track, smacks into the wall.
No, that's in the back. Oh, into the wall.
Oh my goodness.
It's the number 2. Look how fast they came through. But the 84 was already off in the background into the wall already. Oh, he's about to get...
Oh! He's been pitchforked.
Oren Sade. That... I don't know. That looked a bit intentional.
Oh, he got tapped to the ball.
It was the number 8 involved again, and then...
Bang. And that's pretty much what happens here on the interstates in America. You know, you get people tailgating behind another one. They see a slow car, they don't slow down for it. They just move into a different lane, and the guy that's been tailgating you eats bumper. And that's pretty much what happened here. He had no idea the 84 was right there until the car in front of him just pulled out of the way. But Ben Youssef is that was a big move up track by Ben Youssef. So
aren't you happy there's no live stewarding?
I can still steward.
You could, but you're not going to.
I'm not. No.
Right, Austin?
No, I'm not. Unless somebody starts driving backwards, then I would.
Oh dear, the 13. Oh, that's just the lucky dog, I would assume then.
Dog. Yeah.
But whilst we've got a bit of time on the caution, why don't we take a look at the next... What is this? The next 6 rounds, the final 6 rounds, the second half of the season for the iRacing Israel League when we get back to regular running in the F3 kart. So we obviously have Long Beach up next in 2 weeks' time. And that's going to be... There is going to be a pit stop, but not a fuel tank limit, so the drivers can pit on lap 1 if they wanted to, and fill up with fuel straight away. Then there's a double header at Alton Park. We saw the first double header at Detroit earlier on in the season, the first ever double header in the history of the iRacing Israel League. That's going to be good. International without chicanes, so that's going to be quite fast at Alton Park. Should be a good one. I can't wait for that. That's 2 weeks afterwards. And then Zolder, the alternative layout with a bit of a faster final chicane. I think there's not anything special about that. It's just a straight sprint to the finish. Then we go to Montreal, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, and they're going to have a pit stop with a limited tank, so they'll have to pit within a certain window. Silverstone GP with an extra long race. So we'll have a bit of a longer race at Silverstone, and then the final round, pit stop within a certain window, and that's going to be at Monza as we get another replay of that massive wreck.
Oh my goodness. Cassie Billy was having a great race right here, and then you know, trying to spin the car around and get back going. Thankfully, fast pairs exist. And Dasani and DeBush will be your new front row, followed by Malkoff and Alan Day, who started where you started. No, he didn't even take the green flag. He was started all the way from the pit lane.
From the pit lane. And yeah, but he's no stranger to ovals, of course. 3-time now champion of the Euro NASCAR Whelen Series. They do some oval. I didn't know this until today when I was doing some research. They do oval races in the Euro NASCAR Series. I thought it was all on road courses. That's all I've ever seen. Seen a couple of rounds at Valencia and Brands Hatch, and also I watched at Zolder as well, where I believe Alan Day got equaled the all-time win record in Euro NASCAR last season. But he's got 11 starts, Alan Day, on ovals in the real world in the Euro NASCAR Series. He's won a race. He's got 3 second-place finishes and 3 third-place finishes on ovals. So he's no stranger. With the 6 starts in NASCAR. And he did 2 Indy Lights races back in 2012, so this is almost 9 years ago now. He did 2 Indy Lights races as well on oval, so he's done quite a bit of oval racing in the real world. So it's not really too surprising that he finds himself up in 4th place after lap 44. We've only got half an hour left of the race.
I've done 2 oval races. When USF went to Lucas Oil, they do 2 oval races there.
And how did you do, Austin? How did you a bit of a gentleman driver?
Sore. My neck was sore. Hey, I didn't say I did poorly or not. I just said my neck hurts. I might be Italian. I honestly might.
Oh, Marco Barbanera keeping us entertained here in the commentary booth whilst the caution is out. We're just heading out of turn 4 now. They're side by side, so we're about to go racing again. They'll be looking at the Toyota restart zone.
Oh, DeBush, what are you doing? And dang, gets him a bump out. Great. What?
DeBush hasn't gone after he's just realised. Oh,
Chico has got the start of a lifetime.
Oh dear, what has happened there?
Oh my goodness! Straight. Biggest hit, the Five's doing barrel rolls by himself.
Who was that? The 6 and the 15? Someone's just got 90 degrees to the wall. They're laughing in the voice chat. What is this from John Chico? Getting the start of Legends and then wrecking before they even get to the start-finish line. The 5's turned around already, but now can we quickly go and look now at Wasserman?
Watch this flip. Watch this. That takes skill. There are J turns, there are F turns, there are 3-point turns. That is an O turn.
Oh, that's brilliant.
He just O turned himself.
I want to have
13 into the 6.
And then what happens to the 6 though? I want to see what happens to the 6 because the 6 here. Oh,
it just turns up into the 2.
I think there's someone on their roof as well. The 15 comes down. Bouncing down the banking. Oh dear.
This paint is just...
What is happening here? This is gonna be the clumsiest start I've ever seen. That's a 15. Now the 15 comes rolling down.
Can we go on to our new leader of John Chico? I want to see this restart.
Yes, we need to see on board
John Chico is a legend. Watch this restart. Watch how calculated this is. Pace car is in. Everyone goes up, and he goes, "All right, I'm going now." Passes the entire grid before turn 1.
And I think the yellow flag came out here, and you can see in the background the yellow flag's just come out now, so he's leading. He's just gone and gained like 12 places in the restart. Oh, that's brilliant.
I'm applauding that because that is impressive.
What? Just look at the 15 that is up on the roof, and then
1, 2, 3.
and then the pace truck unfazed by all of this. Give a round of applause to the pace truck driver who drives past that as if it's normal.
Yeah, he's seen enough of this in rookie class that he doesn't get paid enough for this job. And oh, the 15 into the 21, and
they're wrecking before the green flag is even out. There's also, he's almost turned straight away and then into the wall. Into the wall once and then into the wall again.
he's just trying to stay on the outside line, and everyone's just turning into him.
That is so awful for the Dormalka. Poor Dormalka, he's just trying to get past everyone, and there goes the pace truck.
Well, I know, guess what? He's covered by the Dorshan Insurance Agency, so he's fine. He's covered. I think we're about to go back to green, by the way.
We have been looking at this for quite a long time.
Here's the 5 of Alon Seltzer.
It's just too good though. That start was brilliant.
He just downshifted.
Oh.
He downshifted.
no.
Just redlined the engine. And then here comes the O turn. Nailed it.
Absolutely brilliant. Let's see.
Okay,
All
I
right.
thought that was live pictures for a second.
It was live pictures.
It was
but
live
wasn't
pictures, but
brilliant.
green flag pictures. That's what I thought. But no, we're not at green flag yet, but we're about
No,
to.
I think it was Dormalka getting his lucky dog, potentially.
John
or just
Chico
getting
is
back to the end of
becoming
the field.
John Chico is becoming a truck.
Oh, yes, I see. I see what you mean up ahead. Yep.
Well, I think he's just wondering what the official pace truck of iRacing looks like. That's what it looks like. And what brand of truck would you say this is?
It's a Chevrolet, isn't it? I think.
No,
Oh, John Chico
it's
into the
a
pits.
Toyota.
No.
Nah,
It
it looks
looks
like a
like a
Toyota. It's a Ford.
It is.
That's the grill of a Ford.
It is a Ford. It looks almost identical to the Ford F-150 that they have in the truck series. That looks quite very similar to the front of that car. Lights are off on the pace truck. But if anyone was wondering how cars are made, you just got live pictures of it. Baby cars.
Yeah. We might have to blur that out of post.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We're about to start lap 50. That's when we're getting back on the green. We've
Hey.
only got 20 minutes left.
25 laps left. We can still do this.
We can still do it if they don't wreck on the restart this time.
If they take the green flag.
If
What
they
you're
take
saying.
the green flag.
No, Leon's has crashed.
Oh,
Leon
no.
has just crashed on the pace lap.
I heard that in
The 2
the background.
is backwards.
What has happened? What could possibly have happened on the pace lap? Well, Chico shifting into second gear. He's getting ready for the restart. So we're obviously staying. We're about to go under green. Oh, and he's
going
off.
back to green. And Alan Day is staying right there as Bush trying to keep Day at bay. But Alan Day is right there, and he's got a great run. Side by side they are for second place as Chico is getting a good one. Here comes Alan Day down the inside. DeBush not going to battle with Alan Day as much as here comes Day. Can the three-time Euro NASCAR champion get up there into the lead with 25 laps to go and only 50. The Bush is doing things. Pits. He's going to pits. He's pitting.
Did the Bush get a penalty? Marco said to us under yellow, did anyone get a penalty from that restart? John Chico is taking the high line. Alan Day takes the lead of the race. But a lot of people were doing some weird stuff before the green flag came out. iRacing might have given them penalties for overtaking under yellow. Chico gives Day a huge shunt in the rear.
Yeah, it's just bum draft. A shunt. A shunt's when you run into somebody, their back end lifts up, next thing you know, they're flipped upside down, just like a burger on a well-heated grill.
If that isn't the most Texan thing I've ever heard you say, then I don't know what is.
I can get very Texan. And look at Sony down the inside.
Someone's on the 8.
Okay, so the 9 gave up that bottom line, and behind them, way in the background, I see 3 wide. Chico's got a great run heading to that back straight, but here comes Alan Day down the inside, back into the lead, and I don't think Day's gonna budge from that position. He just has it to the line, but Chico, if this was the last lap right there, Chico would have won that race.
Yeah, the outside line is quite good when you come
exits.
out off the banking, exactly, because the banking sort of drops away and it gives you a nice downhill slope to just roll the car down and give you a little bit of extra speed. You can see now the 12's behind, but by the end of the straight, it's also a bit due to bump drafting as we get another yellow flag.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Smoke all over the place.
Ooh, the 5. That's the impact.
5 was all over the track, and now he's driving a modified. That's one broken Pontiac right there, and this is what's happened. The 147 to the 20 get into each other. Michael Simon goes around, and that pretty much gets into a little spin fest. And oh, DeBush was just coming out of the pit lane. DeBush was just coming out of the pit lane, and he was involved again into an incident. Watch DeBush, because he's probably the most unlucky person on the track right now. But here's a 15 correction into the 5, and the 5 gets sent straight into the wall as Ariel DeBush. Ooh. Yeah, the 147 is looking for a space that just wasn't there. We apparently have a DeLorean. Oh.
The sparks! Car disappears, but the sparks still fly.
Doc, are you telling me you made a time machine out of a street stock?
He saw the wreck, he wanted none of it, Infinity Cook engaged.
88 miles an hour. 5 minutes into the future. Go. I don't know the Back to the Future theme song. I keep thinking the Jurassic Park theme song because they're kind of similar.
This is brilliant. Nope.
This is the greatest dodge in the world.
He just turns his car off for a bit. Oh, whoa. What's happened there? He's driven into the back of the 147.
He did.
You have quite a bit of damage to the front now.
Yeah, so Leon, he did crash under caution. This is what happened. I think he downshifted. Nope. Got killed by the 5. Boop. Dog, are you telling me you made a time machine out of a safety barrier? Love that movie.
Oh dear, absolutely crazy things happening. And we've only got 15 minutes left. 20 laps. Theoretically, they should be able to finish the race under laps. Because it's only a 40-second lap. But we'll have to see. I mean,
You gotta keep it clean. But, you know, when it comes down to the end of the race, people are going to get more aggressive. They know there's a time limit. And oval time limits is going to be
they'll see that clock
crazy.
switch to 1:14:50 and just see half the field wreck trying to get past at the last moment.
Yeah, John Chico is probably the greatest mastermind in the world. If this stays under yellow, whoever is going to have the control of the start is going to be very looking at that clock. And I'm pretty sure everyone has F3 off right now. Is just looking at F1 to be like, I have this many minutes to get as much places as I can. Or to cause a big one to get in free position.
I'm interested to see the restart because Alon Day is starting on the outside of John Chico, and from what we've seen,
Chico's the restart master.
he is, but also from what we've seen, second place has kind of been left in the dust because third place can see a lot more easily when the leader goes than the person in second place. So it's going to be interesting to see what Alon Day can do, because the last thing he needs if he wants to try and win this race with such little time remaining, it's going to be interesting. He's got his Monster Energy teammate of MMSLM, who somehow made his way back up to the field. He was a lap down at the start of the race.
Well, that just shows you how good he is.
He's getting very close to John Chico. He wants as much advantage as possible.
He's going to pre-run him. I know a lot of drivers, they like to get as close as they can, but, you know, he's trying to pull the John Chico on John Chico. And I'm not sure you can out-Chico Chico, but, you know, Chico is very good at doing the Chico restart of just going where the pace car goes in. So he's trying to out-Chico Chico, which is going to be very impressive if he's able to do this on this restart. And Alon Day might be stuck here.
Well, we're about to find out. Pace truck pulls to the inside in... I thought we were a lot closer to the end.
And
John Chico just waiting.
Now,
there it goes.
And on Chico's command.
There John Chico goes.
Alon Day straight down the inside. Doesn't want anyone in the second row to get down his inside. And now back to Green Flag Racing. Less than 15 minutes to go here in the iRacing Israel League here on Apex Racing TV.
Can we keep it clean? For what, 17 laps?
Less than 17 laps, as the time limit is probably going to end this race. So it's going to be an endurance race of attrition now, which is impossible to say, as Alon Day into the draft looks for the outside line. He's already preparing himself for the last lap by holding that outside line. They're going to go side by side across the quad oval. 7 minutes. I'm bad at math.
12
minutes, thank you. And Alon Day got the speed off the back straight, and he knows how to keep that car planted. He knows how to get a great run. What he's going to try to do is squeeze the 12 as much as he can, but you can see the 12 already getting a little bit loose. He's made contact with Alon Day. Day's almost into the wall. Day's recovering it. Right behind him, they get a little bit squirrely as they make contact with each other. Alon Day getting a little bit more speed through the quadrant. They go. Day back into the lead. Nose to nose, tail to tail, wheel to wheel, bumper to bumper. These two are going to it. Yellow's back out right now. John Chico into the lead. Big incident in the back. The push.
No ways.
DeLorean! DeLorean! DeLorean!
He went straight through it! He went straight through the sideways car!
DeLorean.
What type of hacks does he run? Because I need some. Look at this! Straight! Straight through! He just faced through it! Let's see what actually happened then. It's Wasserman again. Oh dear.
The Bush and Wasserman. To be fair, it was the American and the North Korean car, so.
I would love to see what happened from the 20s perspective.
Well, I could give you a little bit of a rundown. The 6 came up and straight into the 1 car, or I can make this even more hilarious. International conflicts collided.
Oh, it had to be those 2 cars, didn't it?
It had
to be those 2 cars getting into each other. Oh, and you can see it from Michael Simon's point of view. The one is just there, bang, and then you're about to see greatness. Oh, you don't even see it.
You didn't even notice. There he is.
Straight through. Michael Simon knows nothing about it.
Amit needs to change his first name from Amit to Delore. He already has Leon at the end of his name, so he just needs to change his first name to Delore.
DeLorean.
Yeah.
Ariel DeBush got absolutely hammered there.
Oh,
that was awful.
Big hit. And DeBush is probably just like, what just happened? Who hit me?
This is good for John Chico, though.
Oh, yeah, amazing. Alan Day, though, could take extreme advantage of this. It's going to be very close. Because that outside line, very well packed. And we know John Chico's not going to give up that inside line, but that outside line usually will have the lead coming out of that final corner.
Well, we've got another lap under caution. This race has been absolutely brilliant. We need to have more of this from the iRacing Israel League. I have a proposition for Amir Meshalam. If he watches this back and he makes it this far into the broadcast, right now the season is every other week. We need every week between to have one of these races. That would be perfect. That would be absolutely perfect. I would love that. The lights on the pace car are still on.
Yeah, well, it hasn't crossed the line yet.
No, it has
crossed the line.
It just did cross the line.
Oh.
So we're going for another lap.
I'm distracted why Peter is sending us messages in our Discord chat.
He needs to concentrate on his own broadcast.
Yeah, I think their race just ended. That's the Apex GT League going on, right?
It is the ARL Mazda Cup going on at the moment.
Well, hello
Hopefully
all you
Peter...
ARL MX5 viewers. Welcome to the iRacing Israel special event. We're in the final moments here at Charlotte. It's mid-season. It's their week 13, their mid-season. And usually these drivers race Formula 3 cars around the road courses. But, you know, they want to take a break, kick back, relax, breathe in, out, have a good time. So, you know, they hopped to some street stocks into Charlotte around some road courses at ovals. I just pulled a Murray right there. And,
oh.
Yeah. As John Chico wants to become a Ford.
Oh, we can get a brilliant view of the interior of that Ford.
Yeah. Now, the Ford has a great luxurious interior. It's a very wide cabin. Now, this is probably the F350 model, as it's a double cab. Very popular model down here in Texas, and
it's
you know
huge.
they got leather seats in there. Very
Not
nice
in iRacing, it doesn't. In iRacing, it's empty.
Well, no, they
Apart
got
from-
seats in there. They got seats.
They have seats, but not much else. They're just a driver and seats. You can see just about from this camera angle. It's a driver, seats, and a steering wheel, not much else.
Well, no, they got touchscreen in there, Bluetooth, AC, aircon, everything.
You hope they do, otherwise that pace truck driver's been out a lot.
He's
Driving
been out a lot.
around.
You know, he might run out of gas. Just like the Honda Civic pace car did for the IndyCar race at St. Petersburg.
How incredible would that be on iRacing for them to add that in if the caution comes out enough? The pace truck just runs out of fuel.
You want to know what's the best part? They had crewmen from the Indy teams run down the pit lane to fuel it up. They couldn't get it back. Yeah. And lights are out on the pace car, riding on board of John Chico, looking back at Dasani. And Dasani's been using that bumper just a little bit. Alan Day on the outside. 5 minutes remade. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pace car's in. Green flag is out. We're back to green flag racing here in the iRacing Israel League on Apex Racing TV. Great start by Chico, followed by Alan Day. Dasani mess him up. Gross and Ben Youssef, who's been in so many incidents today. Surprising to see him up in 6th place.
I am actually a bit confused here. I'm not sure, but we do have 2 green-white checkered attempts. But if the time runs out,
The time's just gonna run out.
if the time runs out, so a caution will end the race, I think.
Yeah, if there's a caution, it will end the race. I hear cars screaming for grip. Alan Day trying to get that lead as fast as he can. We got
Yeah.
4 minutes remaining. Day round the outside. 4 minutes to go.
Well, if the race ends and Alan Day is still on that outside line, he's looking good for the race win because he was a
Only
good
at certain
300.
parts. Only at certain parts, though. If the yellow comes out just barely before, it's going to be Day or Chico. Day back into the lead. 400s into it, and he's trying to go for that very outside line. Get a better line on Chico. Hold that outside line. Both of them side by side. Chico now into the lead.
Alan Day didn't get the best of exits there, but he's just about ahead as they cross the line, only just. But Chico's getting a push from Rancioni. Rancioni looking to the inside there. Instantly cut off by John Chico. He was having none of that. MMS trying to get involved as well in that second of the Monster Energy cars. And there, Reem Gross too. Reem Gross is going to look to the inside.
Gross is just sitting here at the 9 and giving the biggest bump draft I've ever seen to Alan Day. Dasani might be the dark horse in this situation. He might get... And caution is out! Chico has won the race, so race into the line! Chico puts Day into the wall. John Chico into the lead, and that is Sadie into the wall. John Chico, I believe, might have won this race. That's Ben Youssef going from the top of the track down to the bottom of the track and taking flight.
Was that? It wasn't. Tell me it
What?
wasn't from number 8.
I think it wasn't. That was Ben Youssef taking
It
flight.
was the number 8.
Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da-da.
Oh my gosh! Oh no! I meant Leon just phased through it again!
No! Did he not? Did he?
He did it again! He did it
Did he
again!
DeLorean it? Did he DeLorean again? Wait for it. Wait for it.
How is that happening every single time? It's so brilliant!
This is got a lag switch or something. Just nope.
Whoa!
And Ben
You can see it
Youssef.
on the left side of the screen now. On the left-hand side of the screen, there.
Sparks on re-entry is the best thing in the world.
That is absolutely brilliant. But lap 69.
Hey.
Hey. Is that the number 20?
1 minute to go.
Eric
Yeah,
Alster.
21.
Eric Alston's the lucky dog, a bit confused as to what to do.
You passed the safety car, bro.
Yeah, just pass the safety car, it tells you to do that, but
You know, some people get a little bit confused right there. 1 minute remaining. Are we going to be seeing a green flag lap? No, we're not.
oh, we're gonna see firsthand launch. Houston, we have liftoff. And oh, that's just the perfect. You could just see him appear. Austin, are you alright? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Session checkered flag is out in the air, and at the end of this lap, yeah,
White flag.
white flag. Session checkered white flag. It's 1 hour 15 minutes past.
La Blanca.
Oh my goodness, my heart hurts.
Ah, what a race.
What a race. Who says you can't have a great finish underneath yellow? Take that, NASCAR. That was amazing. And John Chico, well, he's just scraping up the wall. He's getting some of that red, white, and blue on his car, and you know, this is the Pace trucks just left. They're driving at their own speed. Pace truck is in. I think he's making sure that he can beat Alan Day to the line, but they are not going to go back to green. So he's just taking this in. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner here for the iRacing Israel special mid-season race, John Chico.
Oh, what a race. This has
What
been
a
absolutely
race.
brilliant.
There was so many things going on in that race, but you know, it's week 13, baby.
Oh,
That-
they're
that-
wrecking.
oh. Oh my sky launch! I think that was Leon. I think Leon just left this astronosphere. Baby, you're firework.
I'm a bit confused, to be honest with you, because I've just been told, I'm driver chat. I've just been told we're not going green, not going green. Are we getting a green, white checkered?
No, the race is over. That was just your iRacing spotter, just not confused for the situation. Oh, the 5 was just murdered right there, and here comes the 21. Yeet!
Austin sounding like a dog's toy. Oh, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. I love this. John Chico with the donuts. We love to see it. On the AstroTurf. He's driving a modified. Race results up on the screen. And Austin Knight seems he needs to catch his breath. John Chico takes the win in very special circumstances. That was an awesome race. Absolutely brilliant. Alan Day finishes behind Francioni in third, Amimesh Lam in fourth, Reem Gross, Yossi Gabai, Aden Sher, Yaroslav Malkov, Alon Zeltzer, Dor Malka, and Dorian Tabashnik, the 11 drivers to finish on the lead lap. Then Eric Alster, Michael Wasserman, Michael Simon, Amit Leon, special things we've seen from Amit Leon tonight in the number 2 machine. Yehuda Ben Yosef finishing in 16th, Oren Sade in 17th, Nikot Mizrahi in 18th. David Diag, Ruben Chachashvili not finishing the race. Ariel de Bush, Sardekel, myself. I didn't finish last. I call that a win. I didn't finish last. I call that a win. The only British driver on the circuit. I finished first out of the British drivers. I will take that in the number 24 car. And in position 24, didn't take part in the race, Yakov Shimol. In 24th and last position.
Yeah, the race is over. Our pace truck, is just doing his victory laps. I believe they've led almost most of the race today, but Dora Malkov is still pace lapping. So that's interesting. Well, we are joined by our race winner, who led that thing a close race, started up on pole, all the way to the end, was nail-biting with Alan Day. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your winner, John Chico.
John, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're loving it.
Over the
we're
moon.
loving it.
Over the moon.
You might not have seen it, a lot of it, John, from the front at the end, but that race was absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, I think I lost about 3-4 pounds of sweat, even though it's like, I don't know, like what is it, like 20 degrees Celsius in here? I don't know, 70 Fahrenheit. I don't know. It was rough. It was rough because having a long day beside you, I don't know what's worse, having him beside me or behind me. But yeah, much respect to him, man. And I kind of won it off of a mistake when the car slid. Otherwise, he had the better line for the start finish on the outside. But yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Sorry, Alon, and I'm happy about it.
Oh yeah, and there were a lot of cautions there. Patience was the name of the game. One particular caution restart. I think you know which one I'm going to talk about. The one where you went from like 14th to 1st. at the restart. What happened there?
Listen, this was either an insane bug in iRacing or like the perfect storm just happened, because I actually wasn't trying to go slower than everybody and kind of get up to pace faster. I was relatively close, but then I hit the gas and suddenly everybody kind of slowed down. And the second they slowed down, I remembered I'm allowed to pass my lane only on the right side. But then suddenly they slowed down and I saw this gap right in the middle. And on top of that, the green light came out. So when the green light comes out, all's fair. So I guess I got very, very lucky. Very, very lucky. And I don't know, I was jumping up and down with my VR headset, and I don't know, it was crazy. It was crazy. I was sure I was going to get flagged or something, but hey, 40 or 30 laps later, I'm good.
Yeah, that was really. That was actually really good. We thought that you might get a penalty for it because we weren't sure, of course, when the green light comes out, because we can't see that from the spectators. We don't see the green lights coming out. But we thought a lot of people might have got penalties. I think a couple of people did get penalties from that start because it was a bit of a mess all around. Then the leader didn't go, and the outside lane went earlier than the leader, and then there was huge mess with multiple wrecks behind. But you came out very much unscathed and led the rest of the race. Yeah, with Alan next to you.
Listen, that was a pucker up moment right there, because I saw everything. I saw everybody from the left coming coming to the middle, from the right coming to the middle, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I didn't know. I was like, hey, I'm already in this, just floor it, and just like Days of Thunder, drive through it. And I did, and it worked out. And yeah, it's a bummer that I hit alone on the, what was it, the third to last lap, and I slid on the last corner a little bit. But hey, that's racing. It happens sometimes. And yeah, it was, for me, it was, I was going insane the whole race, because one time one of the drivers stopped in the middle of the road, like on the middle, and I just hit him from behind, so I had to pit. But when I pitted, I passed Amir Meshulam by mistake, so I got a black flag for that. And anyway, it was a roller coaster. I love it. Hey, thank you very much. It was amazing end to this half season, and just really looking forward to the next half and back into a car that actually accelerates and brakes.
I was about to say, the second half of the season coming up, we might have thought this might have been a bit of a wreck fest, but we're heading to Long Beach. Have you driven that circuit much at all? I know it's fairly recently come out, only at the start of last iRacing season, so I think quite a lot of the drivers might be a bit not experienced with the track. What are you thinking ahead of that round in 2 weeks' time?
Actually, Long Beach is a personal favorite of mine. In reality, I've driven it with it was like 15 years ago. There was like a Maserati Cup there, you know, all kinds of celebrities and stuff. And I was living in the States back then, so I got to drive there a few times. It was crazy. It's an insane. I wrecked 2 cars. Don't even ask about it. Anyway. Yeah, lots of carbon fiber spare parts, and came out of my pocket after those. But whatever, hey, it's fun, and yeah, I drove. It's actually really good representation of how the track really is. What they've done with iRacing. I've done a few laps with the F3. I think down to 1:13.8 or something like that. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know what's more scary, that one or Belle Isle, which I love the track, but unfortunately I got taken out. But hey, it's gonna be a crazy second half of the season, that's for sure. And thanks to everybody. Thank you guys for broadcasting this. Amir for arranging everything. Alone, Ron, whoever is in third place, I don't even know right now. I'm still kind of, I have like this tunnel thing. I'm looking through a tunnel, and I don't know if I'm going to live or die. But I went for it, and that's it. Turned out for the best.
Well, John, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. Congrats on the win. It's not going to count for points, but it should give you a good boost heading into the second half of the season. I'm looking forward to it. I know Austin isn't looking forward to it because he's going to be doing the stewarding. But yeah, John, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you hopefully in 2 weeks' time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
You too. Well, that was a lot of fun. I think Austin will agree. I think Austin might have actually caught his breath after laughing so hard at the end of that race.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, that was a lot of fun. It was the halfway sort of fun round for the iRacing Israel League in Season 4. Street stocks at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Whoever came up with the idea of this is an absolute genius. Thanks to Amir Meshulam for putting this on. It's been absolutely brilliant. Presented by SimRace. I've been Dane Bed, Austin Knight alongside Marco Barbanera, giving us all the beautiful pictures in production. It's been on Apex Racing TV and the iRacing Israel League YouTube channel. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you for the rest of the season, which starts in 2 weeks' time. See you then.
פרס למנצחים בעונה 4, חוויית נסיעה מטורפת ברכב מרוץ פרוטוטייפ במסלול ערד.